What's up, guys? My name is Christian Mendoza from Ordinarily Insane. Train hard, hustle always, sponsored athlete, and Black Heart Apparel sponsored athlete. Um, I'm gonna first introduce myself. This blog, I already did introduce myself about what I'm gonna be doing on these more of like informative videos. I get asked a lot of my Instagram questions that I really can't answer a lot in text. They're too complex. So yeah, I'm gonna be answering out here, and then hopefully the guys who ask me these questions, I'll send you guys the links, and you can check them out. And anybody who else wants to check them out. So first question we're gonna be talking about today is: should you eat carbs after workout? This is a very debatable question because a lot of people's bodies are different. It's a really individualized question. But to get to that, let me explain to you how we use carbs in a workout. Um, So when we work out, we use energy in the form of carbohydrates. We can either use glucose, which is the most easily digested form of a carbohydrate, and your body uses it immediately, or glycogen, which is the stored version of carbohydrates, which is stored in the liver. So when we're doing our intense workouts and we use up all our glucose, we start to tap into the glycogen count stored in our liver. And the problem with that is it goes quickly. So once there's no carbohydrates in your liver or glycogen in your liver to give the energy to the muscle, is going to start eating away the muscle fibers, a process called gluconeogenesis. Um, so that's pretty much why we need carbohydrates in our diet to give us energy and to preserve muscle. There's a couple of ways you can prevent that, like drinking branched chain amino acids, a couple other things you can do. But why would you eat it after workout? Is the main purpose is to replete your glycogen count. So at the end of a workout, you want to replace your glycogen to pump the carbohydrate into the cell for it to grow. Um, it's the process of ATP. What happens is the carbohydrate goes to the mitochondria of the cell and it produces ATP energy. That's the main purpose why we want to eat carbohydrates after our workout. It helps us recover properly. It helps us grow, and why. There's been a debate about how insulin is responsible for growth. There's been a lot of studies now saying that it's not as responsible for growth as we thought it was going to be. Um, However, it's still insulin is the ability to digest carbohydrates. It's released by the adrenal gland, and it helps let carbohydrates flow through the bloodstream to give energy to the cells. So regardless if it helps you grow or not, it definitely is going to help digest the carbohydrate a lot better. We're most carb sensitive in the morning, right when we wake up, or after workouts. So that's why we take after workouts or in the morning. Um, so yeah, now the types of carbs that you want to eat after a workout is a big part of it. So you don't want to go out and eat a simple carbohydrate meal that doesn't have a good GI count. A good GI count is or GI stands for glycemic index of the food, the ability for the carb to digest. There's and what you want is a complex carb, as opposed to simple carbs that's going to break down more quickly. A complex carb will allow your body to break it down more slowly, so that your insulin doesn't spike, and is going to cause you to gain fat. So what I would suggest is that I would suggest eating a 50-50 ratio of dextrose to the other one is maltodextrin, I believe. Is that a type of complex carbohydrate? Dextrose is a pure form of glucose. It's gonna just immediately pump it into the cell, as opposed to most people will take 100% dextrose, which I don't suggest because it's just a huge insulin spike and a huge crash. If you combine the two, maltodextrose releases more slowly in the body, so you're going to get what you need right after your workout. And then after 40 minutes in, you're still going to have some slow burning carbohydrates. Um, so yeah, that's why you can find it in sweet potatoes. Pop tarts is a good way to do it. Um, those are pretty. That's what I use to refuel. Mostly sweet potatoes on my prep, when I'm bulking, I'll use Pop Tarts just because it's a lot easier to do than sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes aren't hard either. You just pop them in the microwave. But yeah, that's why I'll use Pop Tarts. So regarding if you should eat carbohydrates after a workout, um, that's how it would work. Now, if you're really carb sensitive and you tend to keep your carbohydrates, then that might be you might try carb backloading, which is you don't eat carbs the whole day, and then right after you work out, you intake carbohydrates. If you're an ectomorph, I would highly suggest to eat carbs after you work out. That's what most ectomorphs need. When ectomorphs, which is is a phenotype, as opposed to mesomorph, which is, I look at them as triangles. The bodybuilders are mesomorphs. Ectomorphs are more like a rectangle. They're skinny. A lot of people tell me more protein, and that's not the case. Your body can digest protein like a mesomorph. However, your body digests carbohydrates like a racehorse. It just goes through you like crazy. So a key to gain weight for ectomorphs is I would tell him, what's your carbohydrate intake? He's like, oh, not that high. I don't want to gain fat. It's like, you don't have any fat on you. So for ectomorphs, I would definitely suggest to do it. For mesomorphs and for endomorphs, I would see how your body reacts to it. Um, some more people are carb sensitive than others, so that's why I would suggest to do that. But now that you know the basics of why you would eat carbs after a workout, you can use it for both shredding and bulking, depending on how you're going to do it. For all phenotypes, if you're going to shred, I would suggest carb backloading. If you don't, uh, if you don't do that, that is probably going to make you gain weight, except for ectomorphs. Um, So yeah, now that you know the process of it, hopefully you can make an informed decision about what you want to do. I would try it just to see how it is, how your body reacts to it. And if guys comment, this guy's a douchebag, this guy's awesome. I want to hear it all. Comment below any questions you guys want me to talk about.